We now determine the quadrant where the angle alpha satisfies this given conditions. That is, cosecant alpha is greater than 0, which means cosecant alpha is positive, and secant alpha less than 0, that means secant alpha is negative. So let's use this quadrant information. In first quadrant, all trigonometric ratio are positive, and this means cosecant alpha is positive, as well as secant alpha is also positive. Since we are looking for secant alpha less than 0, that is, it has to be negative, we ignore this quadrant. Now let's move into the second quadrant. In second quadrant, sine ratio as well as its reciprocal ratio, that is a cosecant, is positive. Every other trigonometric ratio are negative. So here cosecant alpha is positive. Since only the sine and cosecant are positive, rest of them are negative, and that means secant alpha is negative. So clearly, it is angle alpha lies in quadrant 2. So for now, we mentioned that it lies in quadrant 2. Now let's look at the other quadrant, that is the third one. Here, the tangent as well as the cotangent are positive. Every other trigonometric ratio are negative, and this means cosecant of alpha is negative, as well as the secant of alpha is also negative. We can see that we have secant alpha is less than 0, that is negative, but we are looking for cosecant alpha positive. It does not satisfy this condition, so we can ignore this quadrant as well. Now, in the fourth quadrant, we have the cosine and the secant are positive. So therefore, we can say here secant alpha is positive and cosecant alpha is negative. So this does not meet the condition, so we can ignore this quadrant as well. So basically, it lies only in quadrant where cosecant alpha is positive and secant alpha is negative.